Aceless.
Artosis.
It is time for Check against Nada, a Warcraft 3 legend against the legend himself, Nada, the greatest superhuman being ever to grace this planet or any other planet.
Truth.
You know what? Here's the thing. Mathematically, there should be aliens out there somewhere in this huge universe. But you know what? There's no alien on those planets, I don't care how old their civilization is, that can really compare to what Nada has done in StarCraft.
Yes.
Even if they have lifespans of like 1,000 years for some reason, they live 1,000 years, these aliens? No.
They can't
Nada
like
in his short 26 years has done more.
Yes. It's true.
It's true.
Sorry,
I know.
It's true. Sorry, aliens who watch the GSL were like, well, wait, excuse me, I'm actually a Protoss.
They're not going to see this for like 50 years and stuff.
I know.
When they invade Earth, they're looking for me, but I look all old, so they don't know who I am.
They have to take your DNA and remake you so they can torture you.
I don't care about that Artosis. He's a fake.
That's not you, man.
He's a fake, man.
He's a
Looks like I
phony.
like get my brain into his body and stuff, like just take it over. And
Well, knowing your plans for living forever, they'll probably find the robot you put your brain in about 100 years from now.
well,
Start poking little parts of it. Might be adolescence. All right, head-to-head. There's Nada on the right and Check on the left.
now here's the thing. Keep your eyes closed when we start the game because Nada's APM will go up so high that his headset will blind you.
Yeah, they'd be like looking into the sun.
The other ones go red. This one could actually power a city for 2 weeks.
That's pretty impressive, man.
No, seriously, this guy actually has over 400
Dude,
APM.
actually, it's so sick that you can sit behind him and watch him play.
And
I'm like, whoa.
not only 400 APM, but look at how ripped his arms are, man.
I know.
Those keyboards, he must go through a keyboard like halfway during the game. He has to quickly unplug and plug in a new one.
Because he's been breaking it.
The keyboard is made out of titanium robots.
Titanium
It's like
alloy.
all the buttons are trying to fight Nada as he punches them down with his super strong fingers. All right, we have CheckPrime, also a very good player.
Yeah, I mean, let's not, water down his reputation here. CheckPrime, a very accomplished Warcraft 3 player.
Yeah.
One of the best in Korea, now turned StarCraft 2. Guy trains more than anybody else we know.
Yeah, he's played more games than anybody, and he really wants to make it, man. He's done great so far, as you see. And in every GSL, round of 16 twice, round of 32 twice. What's he going to do this time? What's it going to be? Another round of 32? Or is he going to go another round of 16? He's going to have a full house in a minute, Tasteless.
Yeah, maybe he'll make it to the round of 8 here. We're going to see.
Well, that would only be 2 pair and a high card, man. Doesn't want to make round of 8.
It's not good enough. Not good enough. So, it's GSL points 300. We're going to get our next graphic up here in a second. That'll be Nada. There it is. See, you guys got to trust me. I wouldn't lie to you. Only 780 points. That's going to change.
Nada only has 1 pair, but he doesn't play 5-card draw Tasteless. He plays Texas Hold'em.
Ooh. Joseph is on a roll.
780 points. That's a lot of points.
Yeah. Nada against Check. Another CBT. Nada, a very formidable opponent. Not a guy who's been making it to the Final Four, but has been getting pretty far in every single GSL.
Round of 8.
Yep. Round 8 is the farthest he's got. The most consistent pro gamer of all time in StarCraft 1.
Yes.
Always in top 30. I think he dipped out once.
And always top 30 point-wise, but always in top 3 or 4 overall in like league wins and whatnot. So the map is going to be Shakur's Plateau. Oh my. Nada still has, in my opinion, the best macro I've ever seen on this map in a TVZ against Leenock. Go check that out.
He's
Season
very
2.
balanced, too.
Oh, this guy is... He's just everything.
It's not like MC, which sort of has a polarized style. Nada sort of fits right in the center.
If I needed to choose a StarCraft pro gamer to play basketball against Michael Jordan to save my life, it would be him.
Well
He
said.
doesn't even play basketball.
Or fight Mike Tyson.
That's right.
Now, the countdown started. The game is loading. Shakur's Plateau is our map. So let's get ready for some
eyes.
TVZ action
Don't
here.
look at those
Check
headphones.
against Nada. Oh, it's happening. It's heating up.
It's already reset all the way back. It just
You already blew out the lights.
there's
All
a
right.
rainbow in here. Let's go.
All right. Our red Zerg at the bottom right. Warcraft 3 competitive player turned StarCraft 2 pro gamer.
CheckPrime.WE.
A lot of check bans here today. Pause.
Check's heart is going so fast, he needs to pause the game.
We're going to see what actually happened with Check. We don't know yet.
They didn't believe you. Don't worry, Tasteless. You're like, don't worry, guys. He's not actually having a heart attack.
He's not actually having a heart attack.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. We're going to find out. Everything's got to be perfect in those booths. And I think it's mouse problems.
Yeah.
I sensed it. I was like, huh. I sensed a disturbance.
The referee is running there with a little eyedropper.
Yep.
Feed that little mouse a little bit of water. I was a little bit dehydrated. Like that.
You look like such a Muppet when you do that.
Oh, Tasteless.
Jim Henson's final project, Artosis. The most realistic-looking Muppet I've ever seen.
Really?
Most handsome, too.
Oh, thank you.
Charming. Good at commentary. Just a compliment fest here at the GSL. We're going to get this game back on track pretty soon here. We're just waiting to see if the mouse problem can be resolved
Gotta fix that
in
mouse
game,
problem.
or if it's going to be, we might have to restart it. Obviously, nothing really happened in the game. No shame in restarting if that's what we need to do.
Yeah, that would be fine. I'd be okay with it. They'd be okay with it. No biggie. There he is. He's thinking. He's in the Czech thinking man pose. Nada.
Oh, Nada.
Just cracking his fingers. He's trying to contain his power. Nada needs to start wearing
before
an eye
all the
patch,
glass
man.
in the booths just shatter, he's got to make sure to look as human as possible.
Yeah, man. He's half of Nada's power is keeping Nada's power under control.
Ooh.
That's how powerful he is. He's like that ultimate Shinigami from Bleach, like the captain that wears like the eye patch. I haven't watched Bleach in like a year. So
I've never watched.
Everyone's
Bleach.
like, "Oh, Artosis, you're terrible. Too busy playing StarCraft." I'm sorry, but
That's supposed to be one of the better animes.
it is. It's awesome.
Some animes are so bad with their black and white comparisons of good guys and bad guys. I'm like, I wonder who the bad guy is in this anime, and then like some guy's like, he's like fat and like eating like all this food. He's like, all I care about is money, and I'm like, oh, he's the bad guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, he must be the bad guy. And the other guy's like, oh, I am noble and powerful, but I would never brag about it. And I'm like, okay, one-dimensional. But yeah, I've heard Bleach is pretty good.
Yeah. You know, if we made an anime about Nada, I think it'd be the most viewed anime of all time.
They already made Dragon Ball Z. And, yeah.
Who would he be from Dragon Ball Z, Tasteless?
I don't know. I don't watch so much Dragon Ball Z. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Who would he be?
I don't know. He'd have to be like, no, he's better than all the characters. I don't know what to say, man. He's Goku, I guess.
We're back in the game. Okay, so we're going to get this going. No longer time-killing talk here.
I'm watching the
we're
game.
gonna load that
I'm not
up
even going
for
to look
you
at
right
the camera for you guys. Forget it.
So get ready for some TVZ action here.
Stare at my phone.
Nada against Czech. Head-to-head.
oGsNaDa.
And the crowd goes wild. There's Nada now.
I bet you Nada has a kitten.
Pet kitten.
I bet you he has a kitten.
Why? It's the most baseless statement I've ever heard in my entire life.
Look at him. He looks like a guy who would have a kitten, man.
You don't think he'd have like two giant Rottweilers?
Oh, of course
that
not.
usually feed nerds
Oh,
still?
well, no. Imagine if he had a guinea pig. How cool that would be.
Oh, man.
This guinea pig's ripped, too, with its little tiny, short guinea pig arms. It's got like little tiny bumps of muscle on him. Guinea pig scuttles so quick. That guinea pig doesn't hide in the tall grass, Tasteless. That guinea pig dares the vultures to come try to get it.
Guinea pig does push-ups all day. He just packs as big
That's
as
like
possible.
a cheating push-up if it's a guinea pig. Their legs are just so short in the front. The little tiniest things you ever see, man. So Czech going to be going for a hatchery first build, whereas Nada is going for a 2 barracks. This Czech has just scouted. Czech's going to want to get up an immediate spine crawler to try to hold this off. Going to have to do some drone micro as well. Nada scouting this hatchery. He's going to be happy.
He may rush.
I think he'll definitely put on at least pressure.
And that's what he's going to do.
You know, if his Zerg player doesn't micro just right against this, he can kill a bunch of drones.
Yeah, their game can even interest there.
Yeah. Czech, though. Very solid player.
Very.
Do not expect him to die of this. Perhaps take some damage, though.
He sees the SCV, but he don't know if he spotted that Marine. but usually seeing that SCV come back at you.
Second SCV coming in.
Yeah, that's usually a pretty good tell.
And good bunker placement. Check throwing down the spine crawler immediately. He's going to need to bring down drones, and that he is. He's making 8 Zerglings, making the spine crawler. Should be totally fine. In fact, NADA really not committing too much to this. 2 more Zerglings, 2 more Marines rather, are coming.
He seems to be just going through the motions right now.
Yeah. And
is that SCV going to finish that?
A lot of Zerglings are out, so yeah, it does finish.
It does.
He's going to want to sell that though, and sell away it does.
Full price.
Yeah. That's such a great return policy, man. Seriously.
You don't even need the receipt. Come back burning. Like, no, it's fine. I remember you. Don't worry about it.
Certainly is not a
Here's all your money
bunker.
back. That bunker plates went out of business pretty quick.
Yeah. It's all about customer service, though, Tasteless. It's all about customer service. So an expansion going for NADA. While he does get double gas, probably throw up the 3rd barracks there just to wall it off. Meanwhile, he is rallying in Marines. Just keep on making those Marines. But check between his spine crawler and the Zerglings he's already made should be pretty safe against anything that NADA throws at him for a bit. You know, we might even possibly see a timing attack from NADA here.
Yeah.
You know, if you just do make Marines nonstop from these 2 barracks, you suddenly are going to have a lot of Marines.
And now we have more Marines coming up here.
Yeah. Marines.
I'm actually a little bit shocked he's actually engaging here.
And it's forcing a lot of Zerglings.
Actually, I gotta say, it was pretty effective. He killed a ton of Lings.
He did, and that makes... Right now, Czech is making 10 more Lings. So that's 5 less drones. Gotta remember that, Tasteless.
I won't forget.
Always important to do your math on how many drones he's missing out on.
At times, StarCraft is really just a big math problem anyways.
Yeah, sometimes. A lot more fun than a big math problem, unless math is your thing, and then maybe it's just a little bit more fun. But it's always fun. Always more fun. NADA gets more gas. His factory is done. What will he do from here? I imagine that we're going to see the timing push through the back. You know, that timing push is just so strong. Will Czech deal with it correctly if it does come? He's got his Overlord in place to even check for it. Start for it.
And we might actually see that drop, which we saw Clyde do. It's pretty common. 2 medevacs, fully loaded with Marines. In fact, if the timing works out right, he might actually have +1 attack.
Yeah, he did get pretty
just as that drop
+1.
occurs.
But that would make it a little bit slower than the one we saw from Clyde. Czech's speed almost done. Baneling Nest is on the way. +1 melee attack is on the way. And Czech just not going for a layer. So might see some high economy Baneling aggression here. Definitely a possibility. In fact, definitely looks like what he wants to, but making a ton of drones now as well as a 3rd hatch. So no, okay, I've seen Czech do things like this before. He's actually going to focus on Zergling Baneling early on and really get a sick economy going. He doesn't really care about anything else. Just get enough creep out that his Banelings are useful and really expand his economy. Any attacks come, he's going to have to clean up with just Zergling Baneling. But without mutas on the way, without a layer on the way, that makes it so that NADA doesn't have to build turrets. Makes it so that NADA can do drop harassment if he wants. And it's going to be up to Czech to be underneath this type of thing all the time.
Medevac's moving out now. This is a very good build to use. Czech sees it, though. And what you can do in these spots is drop 1 group of Marines on the low ground, then try to get the other ones on the high ground to fully unload.
Yep. Czech, by the way, making a ton of drones right now, and a good big round of Zerglings just starting.
Czech
all these getting out. This could be bad, Tasteless. This could be very bad for Czech indeed. He is making some Banelings now, making a lot of Zerglings as well.
He's going for that. And that's not enough Lings right now.
No, I don't.
Well, that angle actually
might just be NADA dealing a lot of damage, though.
That Queen helped out a lot there.
Yeah, it certainly did.